Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Guild Receptionist Season 1, Episode 6. So, I am recovering from being sick, if you can't tell by my voice. It was pretty bad. It's still kind of bad. I can't really do much on my feet, but I tried recording last night and it went decently. I do get a little long-winded sometimes, so if I stop to, take a deep breath, that might be why. But yeah, with that said, just so you know, I'm gonna do my best to mute whenever I cough and edit it out if I need to, if I forget to mute. Hopefully I don't leave too much in that's too annoying or whatnot. I'm sorry this is late as well. This isn't when I normally release it. It's obviously later because I was even worse than this before, where I really didn't feel up to recording when it originally came out. And everything. So, and I thought about doing it yesterday so I could get it out just a little bit sooner, but I decided to just go in like my normal order so I don't mess myself up. So either way, yeah. So here we are. That's all I'll say about that. Last episode we had the idea of this festival coming up that shit. Why can't Alina? Is that her name? God damn it, yeah. Alina is really excited to go to. Hopefully she doesn't have overtime that keeps her from it, which seems to be the running possibility. But she seems to be working alongside Jade to try and prevent that from happening. We have the idea that someone's trying to revive a dark god, and that's why they sent Rufus to do what he did. And so I guess we still get to see what is going on with that storyline, and is it going to factor in with the Centennial Festival and everything, or what? But we got a little bit of Lulu Lee trauma flashback, which we don't really know much about that yet. So I'm curious to maybe learn more about her character as we go forward. But yeah, and we had her house be repaired. So good stuff. I'm looking forward to this next episode, so let's jump into it, shall we? We're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. 5 days, okay. Pretending she's like a... oh my god. Shield monster. Ah. Leering. Uh-oh. Bring back trauma? So maybe whatever happened when she was a newbie. Alright, opening time. Isn't it crazy? I did kind of a long discussion in the previous show that I watched right before this one. Um, my discussion was kind of long, and I can sit here and not say a word, and I feel like really good. But then I do like a really long discussion where I'm nonstop talking for a good bit, and I actually feel like hot. I get more congested, and like I just don't feel as good. Isn't it crazy how like just talking can have an effect on your body that way when you're sick? It's kind of crazy. Also, sorry for looking like a bum too. I forgot to mention that. As I was saying, if I stand up and do anything for more than like a few minutes, I get really winded. So I haven't wanted to stand up to shave my head and shave my face and everything. So my hair is growing back in a bit, and obviously my facial hair is coming in since I got sick. Hopefully by next week, I will be cleaned back up. Props to her for carrying that. Lulu has it the worst out of any of them. They even bring bathing suits? Oh, they're just already swimming. Oh. That's cute. Did you just say that out loud? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, you're going in the water. Well, your shit's all wet now. Nope, he's all dry now. Hmm. That'd be kind of nice to be able to, like, heal just, like, little bruises and stuff like that. Just, like, fall, land on your butt, hurts a little bit, heal it. Oh. Okay. Why did they cover their faces but he shows his? Hmm. Spreading the rumors. Whoa, no way. No. I know this is what they're here for. To find out who's been peddling these rumors. Oh shit. Oh. Jade Scrade. Hmm. Not from that smug face. That's Eye Patch Guy, right? We saw him, like, last episode, I think. Lurkin. Jeez. Was that... Wait, what happened to him? Was that Zelina? Okay. And now you're really scared. Like I care. Die! Are they teleporting? Damn. No wonder they were so confident, too. They can just yeet out of there. Oh, she knows him? Part of whatever tragedy. Uh, I don't think she actually killed anyone. It might just be that she didn't heal well enough. Maybe. Damn. Jeez, beat this guy's ass. Alright, Kitty. 4 days. Pretty busy. Uh-oh. Yep. Such an anime reaction. Dato! Oh my god. Oh my god. Both of them. Why are we having this conversation right in front of him, too? Such tiny goals. Those are the luxuries of life, man. And her big tits. I'm just kidding, sorry. Lila! That's either the first time they've said it or the first time I've noticed it. You don't have to try to sell him on her. He's already head over heels there, buddy. He already is. Oh, that's ominous. Hmm. Some kind of council here. Definitely had heard that voice actor before. Hmm. Good on him. We're gonna get some more Lululi backstory. Oh. Oh no! Obviously, I know it's just a nightmare, but that sucks, man. Okay, well, that didn't really tell us anything, just a nightmare. I mean, it obviously reinforced what the guy said about her running away and not healing, but. Hmm. I mean, she had the chance to leave low, high and dry, and she didn't, so. Regardless of what she might have done in the past, she changed. Damn. Oh. Oh, the eye and the arm. Hmm. Damn. So she didn't even run. She actually tried. She just made the bad call. If that even was a bad call, who knows? They might have all died anyway. Yeah. Hmm. There you go. Exactly. That's exactly what I was just saying. I understand the guilt she feels of herself, though. Is he trying to get stronger? Did he do that to himself? What was that? Oh. So it's a known thing. Shelley. She looks like she'd be like a Pokemon gym boss or something. Oh, the... yeah. Hmm. I wonder if you fed that thing souls. If he could come back alive. Damn. Jesus. The skeleton-looking guy. Night before. So she's good? Like... desserts? Oh, drinking. He gets to go drinking with Alina. Ooh. Come by. Ugh. Hopefully she doesn't sleep through the festival. Because she got too wasted. Oh. Oh. That's her. Damn. Of course. I don't think it's like that, buddy. Okay. But obviously he's gonna be worried. He has no idea. I mean, Lila brought up the idea of other men asking her out and stuff like that, too, so... and she's always denying them, but, all he heard out of that was, like, other men asking her out, oh no. That was a good episode, though. We looked into the people spreading the rumors, and we got a little bit of at least we got some of the people spreading the rumors, but um, obviously the problem's still out there. The Man in Black is still out there. Um, we built on Lululi's secret a little bit, which wasn't as I understand the trauma that it left her with, but I mean, definitely one of those situations where probably the only person that's gonna blame her is Aiden and herself, So, um, which I don't even think Aiden should be blaming her. That is it, guys, for episode 6. But yeah, so Lululi, that whole flashback stuff is a time when she was a new adventurer. They went into a dungeon and they got to a boss and they challenged it and they weren't quite ready for it, Just like Lo said, in that situation, the reason why those two guys took so much damage in the first place was because of the tank not doing good enough, the DPS not doing good enough. It was an all-around thing. You can't just blame the healer. She didn't have enough mana. Like, best case, she could have picked one and healed one up, and then maybe they would have died anyway, right? Like, you never know. So, yeah. I mean, I understand why she feels guilty and everything, but I definitely don't think that's, at least from an outside perspective, it's not something that I feel like is gonna, like, damage the view on the character. And pretty much just like Lo said, like, I choose to believe in the Lululi that I know now, not what you used to be. And I mean, it's true. Like, maybe if it was a little bit more damning of information, then, because, like, if someone changes, I don't want to judge them based on something they did prior because they felt bad about it and they changed their ways. But obviously, it depends on the severity of what they did in the past, right? Like, if someone tells me that when they were younger, they stole a pack of gum from a gas station, and I'm like, I don't like, but that like shaped them to be who they are now and like be against stealing and stuff like that. Like, I know them as someone who doesn't steal and doesn't break the law and doesn't do stuff like that, I'm not gonna suddenly be like, oh, I hate you now because you stole gum, But if I find out that someone I knew, like, physically murdered, like, stabbed to death, like, anybody, I guess, really even just one person, I guess and if they, like, never served the time, if they served the time in prison and got out and were reformed, I would consider a little more. That also depends on the situation, once again. I don't want to get too in-depth with it, But if it was someone that, like, oh, I got away with it, like, I killed someone and got away with it, then I'd think a little less of them. And they claim that they're better, but I feel like anyone that, like, truly regretted what they did would, like, turn themselves in a situation like that for, like, murder and all that, and try to reform themselves and all that. But anyway, regardless, my point is that I don't think the severity of her crime makes it so anyone should think any less of her. At least for the people that know what she's like now. I thought she just ran away. Like, the way they kept hinting at it and the way that he even said it, it sounded like she just ran. I mean, I'm sure she did after she used all of her mana. But she said she used all of her mana to try to heal the two guys up the best she could, rather than picking one or the other. And it just happened to be that healing wasn't enough for them to be able to get up and get away or whatever, and they still died anyway. So, it it was just an unfortunate call, and she had no more mana left, nothing more to do. Why stay there and die as well, right? Like, it's same with that guy. He was, like, Aiden apparently got away from that too. That means he probably ran from that boss, right? So he did the same thing she did. So, I don't know. But, like, sure, maybe in hindsight she should have healed one guy over the other because they both died anyway, but you could say the same thing. Like, she could have healed the one guy, and then the other guy might have died, and even if he lived, she could have thought, like, she could have lived all this time thinking if I would have just healed both of them instead of picking one, maybe they both could have lived, and she could be in the exact same situation she's in now. There's really, like, no winning that situation for her, so. But, I'm gonna cough 1 second. Excuse me, sorry about that. But, but yeah. I like the little detail that one of her first missions figuring out her healing spell, she tripped, fell, and, like, landed on her butt, and it hurt enough that she healed herself using it, like, using magic. I just love that. I love the idea of just having, like, healing magic that could just solve, like, all these little things. Like, hell, I'm sick right now. If I could just, like, you know, use a little bit of mana and heal it away, oh, that'd be awesome. Or you, like, stub your toe or something and you just heal it, like, just instantly relieve the pain. Can't, oh, that'd be so nice. Honestly, that makes me, like, if I ever be in a fantasy world, I almost want to be a healer and just not even be an adventurer. Just get a job doing something else, but just have the ability to heal. So that way I can just, like, heal life's minor inconveniences. um, but yeah. So a lot about Lululi this episode, so that was interesting. We got to know Lila's name, which is good. Finally. Like I said, I might have missed it in a previous episode, maybe they said it. But I don't remember seeing it. So, but yeah. Her talking about relationships right in front of the guy. One, she's doing kind of the typical, like, I think it's like kind of, I mean, we have our own version of it in the States, but I see it a lot in anime, so I'm guessing it's like kind of like the Japanese, like, standards for what's expected of people, you know? And, you know, it's similar to what we have here, but just the idea that, oh, you should be, you know, being more friendly to guys so you can get a boyfriend and you can get married and stuff like that to someone who's, you know, good looking and has a good career and all that. Just kind of like, you know, and even though it's not what she wants, it's like Lila's pushing it because that's the cultural standard. And I hate that. But, you know, that's how it is. And like I said, that's how it is here as well with the idea that you get married and, like, have a kid. There's that sentiment is fading over time, but when I was younger, that was like the you get yourself a wife, you have a kid when you're in your, like, 20s or two, and, you know, your wife, like, does most of the raising and cleaning and house stuff, and the husband does, like, a lot of the work and is, like, the breadwinner. You know, that old school, like, primitive thinking. I've never agreed with it, like, but I'm just saying how I grew up. Like, that's what my dad still believes, you know? Like, there's times where I hear my parents fighting, or my mom will vent to me about fights that they have because, you know, my dad doesn't do anything around the house. And that's, like, that's not really how it is these days. Like, a lot of, like, younger couples, you know, both sides contribute to the household tasks and everything. I'm sure there's plenty of older couples that do it too. But my dad has that thing of, like, I go to work, I make the money. You, even though my mom works as well, like, you stay home and do the dishes and cook dinner and things like that, and that's just what's expected of you. and it's like, I hear her getting mad about that all the time. But yeah, Lila just falling into that status quo. But I really respect Alina for, like I said, I've always, so far, pretty much everything I've agreed with Alina on in the story. Just her thought process and just the idea of no, I don't have time for relationships and stuff like that because I need the gloriousness of just being alone and, staying up late before a day off and just these little things. I love it. Alina's an awesome character. But but yeah, so we had Jade working on simultaneous skill activation, which I didn't know was a thing, but it seems like people talk about it as if it's a thing. It's just very, very straining. So maybe there are like high level adventurers that are able to do it. So I wonder if he practices enough if he's able to. So I guess we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But it seems to have worn him out pretty quickly there. Or maybe like in a high intensity situation, maybe he'll be able to pull it out of his ass and do it with like the extra adrenaline added in and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, we are the day, like we're going right into the Centennial Festival, I imagine, next episode. They brought up like the whole dark gods with like consuming people if they come, like, they built up the idea if they come near the city it could be very dangerous because they'd get so many souls, they'd get so many dia skills that it would be extremely dangerous. And now we have a festival, so I just have a feeling that a dark god might show up during this festival that we have to fight, and he might take a lot of souls. There's going to be a lot of people gathered together for this festival. So, and he might get a lot of souls, get a lot of abilities, and we might have to take him out. So, that's obviously, speculation based off a lot of the things they've built up in these last couple episodes. But, yeah. That's going to be it from me, I think, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. Links in the description below should be popping up on the screen. And I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.